Hey everybody, welcome back to the HIT.OR.DIE podcast with your hosts Jake Saldati and Chad Rothford.
It's Friday.
It's Friday the 23rd, 2021 on this lovely, very hot afternoon in Fresno, California. The YouTube challenge is still going on. I know we say that every time, but you guys are doing so good. We get about 1 or 2 subscribers a week.
I think it's more. It's been doing better. It's doing better. Thank you.
You're a nice guy, Jake.
Hey. Half glass empty.
Half full.
And half full.
Thanks to our supporters out there. We love you guys so much and couldn't do this without you.
See, that sounds sarcastic.
I do love our supporters.
You have to.
I do.
I know.
We wouldn't be doing this without them.
I know.
I'm just like, I'm in a good mood. You know?
You do. You've been in a good... you are in a good mood today.
I'm in a good mood today.
He's in a good mood today.
So, I'm just feeling good, man.
Go listen to the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast.
The podcast on Spotify. Make sure you hit the follow button.
Mm-hmm.
Button. I get teased for that. Button. I say button. Button.
I mean, you guys make fun of me for saying Batesel and like all these different names.
But see, you said it correctly right there.
Did I?
Yeah.
I just said it like I normally do.
No, you don't.
Coach Batesel.
Batesol.
See, I mean.
Batesol. Sometimes it sounds like Batesol.
Coach Batesol.
Batesol. I'm just saying, sometimes.
I don't know. He's a badass motherfucker.
He is a badass motherfucker. I'm with you on that.
I had breakfast with him last week, dude. It was just nice to talk hitting. Best hitting mind.
It's like a diamond in the rough. Nobody talks about it either.
No, because he doesn't talk about it.
No, he doesn't.
You know what
You're
I mean?
right. You're right. He does not. He's not out there.
Like, honestly,
his players, though, will let you know. I've talked to numerous people that'll sit there and tell you.
I didn't even know. Because, I mean, I didn't know.
Until we met him.
Know him
or hung out that day.
Yeah, and then we
started there.
Hung out, and then we went back and talked again about, just stuff that happened with me. And then talking hitting. Oh, my, it was just blew my mind. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
When you see all the guys in the big leagues that were hitters. And
these guys getting drafted, period.
Yeah. So.
Follow on Spotify, Spreaker. Same thing on iTunes. Hit that subscribe. And again, YouTube, subscribe. And then if you have any.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to shoot out any comments or anything about the podcast or any feedback, go over to Twitter, leave us a message or comment there, or Instagram, same thing.
Yep. And then go back and listen to 119 with James Bell.
If you haven't.
If you haven't, you need to. And if you have a kid that plays baseball, I don't care what grade, they need to listen to that too. They need to. It was a great episode about committing, guys that decommit and guys that get kicked back, or it's just a really good story. How hard it is to commit and like make it, and so it was a great episode. I really liked it, and I mean, obviously it's a personal thing for me. I got to coach him, and he's a great kid.
Absolutely great kid. Yep, 100%. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, you hear the kickback thing like a lot. It's always negative. That's why I asked him, like, you hear people talking shit when you come back, and being in the track.
I'm guilty.
I'm
guilty of the talking shit, man.
Guys that come back, we don't always know the circumstance.
No.
You don't always know if a guy tried to ride it out with the new hires.
Yeah.
You kind of just have this assumption of why, and you luckily got to meet the kid and know the kid, and maybe those assumptions, I mean, probably way off.
Way off, by the way. Way off. Because I didn't know him. In 18, I was still at Madera. So I knew he was a good player at North. I knew he was going to Oregon. But I always have a negative thing about kickbacks. Anyways, like
half full.
Yeah, I always
half empty.
And I'll be honest, and I told I didn't tell Bell this, but I mean it's nothing against him anyways because I love the kid now, But that's where you you make assumptions or you think things before you even meet somebody.
Well, it's probably not easy to just come back.
Yeah,
from a D1.
I wasn't like talking crap.
No, I know,
like,
I know.
To me, I was like, and you know me, I feel like, well, they probably weren't good enough in the first place to go there, you know, and that's not always the case.
No,
you know, that's not always the case,
right.
But that's just the way I think because I think my generation was better. You know, that's just where that comes from. That stems from that. And not a lot of us went D1. We went, you know, JUCO route or whatever. So that's where that stems from. And I know it's a different time, but then, you know, getting to meet him and how hard he worked and like wanting to get back to that level and knowing the grind and what it was about. It was a lot of fun being around him and being a part of the journey and him buying in, you know. So
yeah, I guess before you take your shots, maybe talk to the guy. Maybe
I'm still gonna take my shots.
Sometimes they're warranted. Sometimes it calls for it, just not all.
No.
So the Olympics are going on.
Terrible. I can only get them on one channel.
Which one? It's the Comcast
well, for
or
me,
NBCSN or something like that?
Yeah, for me, it's 220, which is the DirecTV channel. And I know some sports were going already before the opening ceremony.
You know, soccer lost. That was a
soccer
big
got
topic.
trashed by Sweden.
Softball's a couple games in.
Karma's a bitch. Yeah, softball's in. Softball's 2-0 USA.
What else did I saw the
I saw rowing where USA
rowing.
got.
Did they get smoked?
Oh,
was it bad?
By like 3 seconds, which is a lot in rowing.
Yeah, I don't know. Crew. You row crew.
You row crew.
Crew. Row crew. I have a Roku. Crew.
You have a Roku?
Huh? Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. It's on one channel, and then I should have recorded it. Maybe the opening ceremonies were on like at 4 a.m.
I saw it at my break this morning at 6.
Okay.
So it was. I didn't realize. I'm an idiot, by the way. I didn't realize how many damn countries there are in the thing. It's like, what the fuck is that country? Where are they from?
It doesn't make you an idiot.
No, and
I'm sure a lot of people don't realize how many.
They have like 2 people in the Olympics.
You know what I like?
It's like funny.
That's what I like about it. You see how many people. So they'll have the country, right?
Yeah.
How many athletes they have competing, and then they'll have how many people.
They're
like populate their country.
Oh, yes.
So you see how many people. I'm like, whoa, and you only have 20 athletes?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got their Super Bowl rings, I noticed.
Super Bowl. And why bowl?
Because the top comes off. And it's got the stadium underneath with all 4
or in
playoff.
the inside.
Yes.
In the inside.
So
Underneath the top.
Exactly. Yeah, underneath the top. And then it has the all 4 scores from their playoff games.
It's cool. I saw it. You showed it to me. It looks pretty cool. It's just, how does it stay on?
I don't know. Something magnetic
Or
maybe?
do you have to have a screw? It's like a secret.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It had the top off.
I guess we'll see when you guys get yours, you know, because I know you're doing the top off. It's got Mel Parker
that would be sweet.
underneath.
No, but we did finish our rings.
They're going to look sweet, by the way.
They are.
There's not a lot of good section rings out there.
And this one I think is a good one.
It's a good one.
So hopefully, I think it said like 8 weeks we will have them.
Did the district?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, good. That's how it should be.
So, but no, they're sweet. They're sweet.
I just got. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you because I haven't been on the 20-year journey, but I've been on. Our journey didn't start out so great.
World with no hit or die.
Before we get there, I just got a text message, and I found out yesterday, but I forgot. Ryan Wiltsey from City Central high school grad. He's headed to the Cape.
Oh yeah. Congrats.
Yeah, so that's big news. I love the kid. I hope the Cape's a different freaking animal. I'll tell you that much. So I hope he does good. He might get beat up a little bit at first, but
sometimes that's how you learn, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just happy he's gonna go get that opportunity because that's huge. Not a lot of junior college guys get there. You know, we heard on Andy's episode that doesn't happen a lot. Yeah, I just got the text from Solberg right now, but we talked about it yesterday. Senaway told me. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet. Good for him. Congrats. But yeah, our People may not know. People don't know.
No, people don't know.
Because we
There's
have
probably a handful.
And all these episode 120. Congrats.
Yeah. The best podcast in the world named HIT.OR.DIE.
100. Yeah. 100. I got to stop saying 100%. It's annoying.
It is 100%.
I know.
Facts.
I know. I got a bad habit. Yeah, it didn't start so well.
No.
You and I back in 2014. 14. You won it.
Yeah, we won it in 13.
So I came in 14,
so fall
came
13,
back.
Fall 13.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't all sunshine and
Rainbows and
butterflies and flowers. Believe it or not, this guy wasn't a fan of old Jake.
Wait, me not a fan of somebody?
Yeah, I know. And it was a long season of...
It was a long season of just avoiding each other.
Yeah.
And...
not so much on my end.
Me, yeah.
So, a little insider info to our listeners. But I was all
for you coaching with us.
Yeah.
So don't. I was all for it.
I never felt that way.
No, Andy brought it up to me after, because I didn't have anything against you. I actually liked you before you started.
We didn't really know each other at the time.
I only knew you from
your dad
coaching with my dad, and then seeing you at Clovis West, and then you were at the championship game, and we talked a little bit. And I think before the championship game, you already decided you were coming.
Yeah, it was
to Madera, and I was all for it. I was like, heck yeah, you know. And then we started coaching, and I was just used to a certain way we did things, and it was like I was Andy's like guy, his like right hand guy, and so it was always me and him talking, and nothing against C-Rod and those guys, but you know, me and Andy did
what
the
they were there to do.
Yeah, and then you came in, and you know, you have a lot of coaching experience, and you're a good coach, and you know you had your ideas.
Well, it's probably much more vocal than those other guys.
100%, you know, 100%, and 100%. I'm just saying.
Stop saying that. I'm just kidding.
100.
I'm just kidding.
And you know, you were taking your ideas and stuff you were wanting to implement and going to Coach Underwood, which is great. He's the head coach. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of why I was doing that.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's
knowing Andy now, I understand why that probably. I don't know how to say this. Like, it just Andy's like vision of running an offense isn't what we would consider running an offense.
Yeah.
He's a pitcher.
Yeah.
Which is what he said on his episode here with the rings is, you know, that's why you guys did it while we were there.
Yeah. So, and I mean, we didn't have that talk either. Like, you know, you got ideas hitting, infield, whatever. Let's you and I talk it out. Like, Andy doesn't really even want anything to do
on the pitchers.
Yeah, he doesn't even want anything to do with that.
Right.
And you didn't know that. We didn't have the talks. So you'd always go to Andy, and I was coaching third, and I'd see you and him talking in the dugout about like hitters and situations, and I'm just like, I'm the fucking hitting coach. I make the decisions. Just thinking that stuff in my head, right? So now I just got like, dude, this fucker's out to get me, and it's not gonna happen. So it's just like. So now there's just like animosity, and like I'm just like pissed off, but
it was all one sided. I didn't know.
No, I know you didn't know, and even after the season, I was just like I went golfing with Andy. Like, who did we lose to? Didn't we lose? Oh, we lost to Memorial
in the semis.
In the semis, when Gamboa and Heskett went like 150,
9 innings, or
they
10
went like
innings.
150 pitches a pop, and it was like a 2-1 ball game or something. That doesn't happen anymore. Fucking 2 men on the bump, just getting after it. Yeah, and then after the season, we went golfing, and I was like, dude, I'm not coming back. I can't do this. I can't have Sal.DIE like overstepping his boundaries. Kind of. That's like kind of what I was getting at with Andy. I was like, he doesn't come to me about it. Like I'm like he needs to come to me.
So
like,
they understand you ran the offense.
Yeah.
Right. You were in control of it.
Yeah.
Like I was the last couple of years after you like, but I wasn't under that. I didn't know. That's not the way I've always been around somebody that they control this.
Yeah.
They're the head coach. They run it all.
Yeah.
So it was just different, walking into that.
Yeah.
I want people to understand
better. We just fucking put a ring on the finger, dude.
I just wanted people to know that you were in charge of the offensive side of the game while, back in Madera.
But then, Andy talked me into, it was mainly my wife talked me into having a conversation with you, because I was just going to leave and just leave it at that and not even have a conversation with you. And then I remember
It's in the parking lot.
Yeah, I was in the parking lot at the stadium. Why were we at the field? Or
It
did
was
I just
after like a workout. We were done.
Yeah, it was after a workout, and I was just like, I got to do it. I just got to talk to him. I just got to get it off my chest. And like, we had a really good conversation, more on my side, because I think you knew there was something there, but you didn't know what it was. At some point
during the season, I realized this guy either hates my guts. It was, I could tell, like, he wasn't a fan of, maybe not I didn't know if it was how I did things.
No, you're a great coach.
But I was unsure.
And after that, you and I have been on the same page when we were coaching together.
Yeah.
100. You know, we were together on everything we did. And I think that for everybody out there, you know, if coaching with somebody new or something, you need to have that conversation before the season, you know, which we didn't do. We kind of, you know, we didn't have that conversation. And it turned out to be great. You know, we're hetero life mates. So, you know, we got the #1 podcast in the world,
named Hit.OR.DIE.
Yeah. And
so let's make sure we throw that in there.
And you know, in my never, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain how.
Well, when we did this, I remember calling you like, I got the board and I got a mic, and Chad's like, cool. What do you need me to get? And I like the next day you had it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Something after that conversation clicked.
Dude, it was like, there was like a whole new.
Or maybe it's, I understood how you operated, right? And you knew how I was going to go about things. And
I think we basically came to the conclusion that Andy just needs to be out of our conversations.
Go run the pitching, and
which he still makes the decisions.
Absolutely.
That's we're not getting at.
Yes.
Andy doesn't make the decision. He still makes the final decision. It was just the offense and stuff.
But you also want to do everything.
I am that guy.
You want to do the catching.
I do.
You want to do the hitting. You want to do the infielding, right?
I want to do everything.
Which
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm that way. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm wired like there's that certain way to do things. And if it's not like it's not being done the right way, it's about, I guess, more on the, I don't know how to say like how I'm trying to say it, because it's not like I just don't want it done this way. I want it done this way because that's how it should be done. You know, like you could do your infield however you want, and do it that way. But if it doesn't get this result, you know what I mean? That's kind of like what I'm trying to get at. Like it doesn't have anything to do with people's coaching styles if it gets the result that it needs to get. I have a problem with people's coaching styles that doesn't get the damn result. You know what I mean?
Or that's not helping the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming off.
Like some philosophies are different. Like I've been sending you videos of a specific hitting, and I'm like, these are useless. This is absolute useless. And this person has like thousands of people following and watching, and I'm like, this is all trash. I would never ever advise any of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying too, and there's things that work, and then there's philosophy differences. Like, you know, we'll talk about it later with the Yankees game last night. This Friday, by the way, July 23rd. So Thursday night, they lost. They were ahead. They had the game pretty much in hand, I guess. Boston rallies back. And I think in extras, there was a one knee, right knee down, and they go spinner, and the pitcher shorts it. I mean, it's not a great pitch. But there's no chance of blocking it. None.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. And runner at third base. Gets by the catcher, tie game. And then Boston ends up walking off the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like, now, the one knee thing, I guarantee you some people are going to have a difference of philosophy or opinion about it.
Yes.
To me, you know what's coming. If my right knee's down and I know which way that ball's should be spinning, they don't always back up, right? Sometimes that ball will back up to the left.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it doesn't. It continues the way direction it was spinning. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And they had no shot. I'm thinking with a runner on third base, I'm going to be in a position to where I can
Get to
anything. And this is a big league pitcher we're talking about, right? He's not going to short a off-speed pitch on the right-hand box, right? I mean, maybe some high school kids might do that.
Yeah.
But not a big leaguer.
No,
So you're going to have a difference of opinion in that.
Oh yeah.
Or philosophy. And I know a lot of people are really big into the one knee thing right now. And
yeah, it was. I mean, it was hard. This year at City, Coach Scott is a big old school catching guy. Hates the knee, hates it. But that's the new thing in catching, and we had 2 catchers that did it. Bell was one, and Ryan Naranjo. They did it, and you know, when I came in there, he let me help with the catchers a little bit too, and that's just the thing, and that's how they're comfortable, you know. And I told him, I said, if you're comfortable doing this, you better block every fucking ball then. Because once you don't, you're going back to your normal stance. And sometimes they did. It depended on pitch and stuff and runners on base. Because I told him that too. I was like, if there's runners on base and we need to be in a better blocking position. I don't care if you're more comfortable for the strike zone. I want you to be able to block the ball. I don't want the runner moving up a base, especially at our level, you know, compared to the big league level. They're in scoring position right away, and the big league's on first, you know. We can't have a guy get into scoring position. So
like my argument for the low strike stuff, because that's what I hear people, that's what you do it for, right? I mean, a hitter.
I don't buy that.
You tell me, right? Because you played at a much higher level than I did. You saw a lot better pitching than I did for a longer amount of time. If that's the case, right, and a ball, I mean, you're talking about a ball that you're going to steal with that much difference, like 5 inches, because you can't catch a ball here and think you're going to get that strike. If you catch a ball,
well, that's what they think,
down by the ankles or below the shin, and come up, the hitter's probably taking that, right? As a hitter, you see that. I'm spitting on it, and the catcher's not going to make an 8-inch move of the glove to get a strike.
Yeah.
So the pitchers, you've got that much room to play with. Well, that's a hittable pitch. I don't know. I just don't. The percentage may be different. Maybe I'm way off, but in my mind, that's how I see it. And I'm like, to give up a tying run isn't worth that much.
No. Yeah, I don't buy it. The umpires are either good enough or bad enough already that it doesn't even matter for you trying to steal pitches. I think if you want to go to a one knee, because that's been around forever, the one knee. You know, my dad used to catch on the one knee. Tony Pena for the Yankees caught on one knee a lot. But like with runners on base, like I don't feel like you're in that athletic position. You know, you always talk about athletic position in everything you do. Is a basketball player going to get on one knee and try to guard you left to right to go side to side? No. He's not going to have as good a movement. So if you're trying to steal a strike, I think that's just bullshit. Like when there's runners on base, you need to be in the best possible position.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is that pitch, let's say you miss just a little below that, you could still get a strike.
Yeah.
The umpire zones are, especially in high school, they're a little bigger.
Yeah.
So that may not be a ball somewhere in there. It may be a strike.
Yeah. You don't have to overdo the...
And so now a ball in the dirt by you is an ass chewing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a philosophy thing. I don't know. And we kind of going off there. I don't even know where we started from.
I hated you.
Yeah, you hated me. That's right. Yeah.
No, if hit or die never was.
Yeah. Hey, it could have been, dude. You could have left and hated me forever.
Probably be a millionaire somewhere.
I do like your apology regarding the podcast. I thought that was funny.
What?
Just doing this together because you're under the assumption that everybody hates you.
Oh, yeah. It's not an assumption. It's a fact. I mean,
not everybody.
It's facts, dude. It's facts. And it's fine. When you see people getting called for opportunities that we don't even get a sniff on, when we started this whole, let's be fucking honest here. We started the whole podcast shit in our area. Okay. We were the first on the scene. And
for sports?
Yeah, for sports.
Because, I mean, you had Pags on the radio.
On the radio.
Well, that's the other thing. Like,
I'm talking about podcasts.
I saw ESPN is going, switching to, what is it? 1430? So.
Well, they're going to have trouble. They lost the Fresno State thing.
Yeah.
They're going to have trouble getting, obviously the 50 watts or whatever they can't handle that. They don't have the power anymore. Just being honest.
Are you saying Hit or Die would just bolt that radio station?
Oh, 100%. 100. We do say that a lot. Maybe just because
I noticed it. I noticed me doing it. I never noticed
it's
it.
just facts. But we've talked about this. You know, it would be nice to be asked to do something like that, but we're not made for that.
I don't think this is
I can't be me on the radio.
Well, and that's what I like about what we do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not everybody gets to hear what we do. It could be out there more. It could be bigger, I'm sure. Yeah. But the people that do listen every week to every episode, and I don't know, man. I cater to that, not conforming to commercials.
Well,
we don't need commercials.
Radio, you have to listen to when it's going on. The good thing about us is they can go back and listen to whatever.
Yeah, I mean they post their episodes now as podcasts on their websites or whatever, but
it's still not the same.
Yeah, I forget that ESPN is Fresno State's now with Fox or iHeartRadio or media. So yeah, I forgot about that. That's a big deal. Big news though.
Big
news out of Major League Baseball.
Joe Boo, you got the news?
Joe Boo's out in protest.
Smoking a doobie.
With little Kenny Powers. The south of the border Kenny Powers.
That's the gangsta Kenny Powers right there.
The Cleveland Baseball Club team, what are they called?
What, right now?
Are they still the Indians?
No,
they're not the Indians.
I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe all their Twitter ats are Indians, so maybe they are the Indians. They just don't have any Indians in their thing. I don't know.
They're now the Cleveland Guardians, which has been getting. I've seen more negative about it than I've seen positive. The positive, and I get it. There's they have the statues outside the stadium on the bridge that crosses over, that have two Guardians on both ends. That have been there for years. I mean, I get where it comes from, but like I also know in the late 1800s they were the Spiders, and a lot of people were hoping they'd go back to that.
I was hoping they would go back to their Negro League name. I forget what it was. It was Cleveland something. I
didn't see it. I didn't even see that.
No, it was never put out there, I think, but. You know, with all the crap going on politically and stuff, and I figured with these name changes, why not? You know, why not give some respect to the Negro League, the baseball league, and I don't know if it was the Cleveland Crawdads or something.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was.
I didn't see it when I looked it up.
I thought perfect. Just freaking do that. You know,
something that relates to the Cleveland baseball.
Yeah, it's still Cleveland.
Not that those statue or the deals don't.
No,
but. Cleveland once was different baseball teams.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
And I think they should have brought that back. And
what
better way to throw some respect?
I don't want to argue about the whether it should be the Indians or not, whether it's a racist thing or not, because that's just again a matter of opinion.
Definitely.
So like I saw a bunch of cartoons. Would you want to be the Cleveland Hispanics? Being Hispanic, I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me none. But I understand.
I bet you'd buy their gear.
Hell yeah, absolutely. That's not up for debate. I'm not going to debate that part of it. But the name that they changed it to, I'm not a fan of. I don't like the logo. I wasn't in on it. But it brings the question of like, how far.
Ooh. Sorry, the Cleveland Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes.
So even though it'd be like Ohio State, it mixes all in.
But there might be some licensing things in there with that.
For what? It's just
Ohio State.
So what? I mean, there's some good names, dude. They could have been the Cleveland Redcaps, the Gray Sox.
I think I saw that one too. The Gray Sox.
The Black Barons.
The Guardians is not. I'm just not in. It sounds like a minor league team. I'm getting that comment too.
Yes.
It sounds like minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Which
the Monarchs. I mean, I know that was Kansas City, but I don't know. It was the Pittsburgh Crawfords. I mean, they could have made something different. I mean, the Guardians. I don't know. Like that. I think when you change a name of a team, you should let the whole city of Cleveland have a input. See what everybody that comes to your games to pay to watch them play, that pay you, what do they want? What do they want? And make it fun. You know how much fun that would be for a city to have a say and then put up a poll like, oh, these 4 are the highest. So now we're going to go from that and then go from that and come to a city thing. Because you have people that have no idea about sports or baseball coming up with a name. And
I saw a lot of people where the Spiders was one that I saw comment after comment after comment. Some other
choice
ones
too.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's just because we're so used to the names of the big league teams.
But like you don't.
But the Spiders, I don't know.
That's just what it once was. That's all. That's why it was brought up. It used to be the Cleveland Spiders. Mm-hmm. But there's other teams. I don't even want to throw them out there just in the universe because I don't want to see them go. But like you had Washington, obviously, with the Redskins go to the football team. They still don't have a name yet.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to argue the basis of where it's coming from. I don't love it, right? I'm not offended, but I'm not of those specific or certain cultures. Mm-hmm. So that's not fair for me to base any judgments off of that. It's my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. So again, I'm not going to argue that because I'm not going to win with people that don't agree.
Yeah,
there's no point. But like the Yankees was a derogatory term at one time. And it's accepted now, right? What about Notre Dame?
What about Notre Dame?
What are
Fighting Irish?
The Fighting Irish. Do Irish people, are they offended by that?
Hell no, they are.
They wear that proudly, right?
Wear it proudly. Shout out Brendan Duffy.
I'm just saying, right? It's what's different than that.
I mean, as somebody brought up a good point.
Do all Irish people fight?
No, but they get hella drunk on St. Patty's Day.
I'm just saying, like, that's the same thing, right?
Oh, yeah. But, like, somebody brought it up, if you're a losing team, they'll change your name. But if you're not, like the Kansas City Chiefs, there's no talk of changing their name.
No.
Because they're the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're winning.
You have the Chicago Blackhawks.
I want to say it was Likens.
I think you're right. Yeah, it was.
That brought that up.
But you have the Blackhawks in the NHL, Chicago Blackhawks. And they've been trying to get that.
But the Blackhawk, that's a bird.
But it's based on, I had it here too, the
chief. I know. Isn't it a chief? It's like a Indian chief?
Yeah, it was named in honor of
Chief Blackhawk?
The U.S. 86th Infantry Division, which was named the Blackhawk Division. After Blackhawk, a Native American chief, the team's founder, had served in the Blackhawk Division. So it was in honor of the chief and the division that he served in the military. It was not to bring a bad light or offend anybody, right? There's a bunch of NCAA schools that the NCAA put in provisions, or they select, I think it was like 31 teams that sent out, hey, we need to reevaluate your mascot and your name or whatever. And there were schools granted waivers to retain their nickname after gaining support from the respective tribes. Central Michigan being one, the Chippewas. Florida State, the Seminoles. And then they were like, if you come and try to change it, it ain't happening, go somewhere else. These are from the tribe people, the leaders.
Yeah.
Mississippi College, the Choctaws. Utah, the Utes. All these tribes said, no, we want, and sometimes in these situations, and I know in Florida State monetarily benefited them too with gaming and stuff like that in the area. I know the Aztec one was another one that I saw, San Diego State, where they, in 2015, a group perpetuates harmful stereotypes of Native Americans, including the notion that Native Americans are innately violent, dangerous, and savages, according to a resolution filed by San Diego State's Queer People of Color Collective. And then in 2017, the University Associated Student Council rejected the resolution to retire the mascot at San Diego State, and it was rejected by the Native American Student Association. people that are supposedly directly affected are saying no, we don't need to change it. We're not including everybody that they're saying it offends.
No.
Right? We can't find out?
I'm with you. I feel like it's just
we're just having people like take control
Yep.
and making decisions based on
their values,
a certain
what they see,
group set of beliefs and what they think is right and wrong.
Yeah.
And literally not even asking or caring what a certain set of people think or care about. Mm-hmm. And that including maybe the people that they're saying it directly affects.
Yeah.
And that goes for more than just sports names. And we've seen that a lot recently. I just found it interesting because even in our own area with Fresno High has decided to change its mascot.
Yeah, to the buildings.
Well, but they're keeping Warriors.
They're the Fresno High Warriors, but their
not
logo is different.
Yes. Now, Warrior can be classified as different groups, right? Not just Native Americans, right? There were warriors that have fought in different generations and countries and cultures. You could call a warrior.
Their mascot should be wasn't there a wrestler, the Warrior? He had
Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That should be their mascot, bro. The Fresno High Ultimate Warriors.
With his face on it?
Yes.
Not a building?
The building, come on, dude. It's
But like,
stupid.
I would be even like, if it were me, again, I'm speaking for me, I would be more offended. You replaced my culture with a building.
Yes.
Like, I was proud that my culture was the face.
Yeah, now you'll never be thought of.
Right, now you can't.
To everybody else.
Right,
To everybody
right.
else. At least when you see Fresno High Warriors and you see that warrior chief or whatever, you're thankful for them, what they did. You know, I don't think any name of a team or anything is meant to be derogatory towards
I don't
any
think Fresno
tribe.
Unified said, "Hey, let's do Warriors. Let's have a Native American as our mascot, so that way we can."
No, I think it's a part. I think it's a part of history.
Yeah, exactly, but I mean, it's not meant to embarrass or offend.
Does the Bullard Knights need to change their name? We don't have any fucking Knights in America.
That's true. I don't get all of it.
I don't get all of it either. It's somebody making a big deal of it because they want to make a big deal of it. Rather than just, it's that soft culture and whatever we live in now. It's just, who cares? If Fresno High was going out there and, doing war chants and disrespecting the name
Or the culture.
Sure. That's one thing.
Yep.
And that goes for not just Fresno High. That goes for anything.
Well,
that
like
goes for-
Chowchilla did it. It's Tulare. Did Tulare change theirs also?
Yeah, they're just the tribe.
I don't know.
I just think it's just getting out of hand.
I would, and again, I say this with 100% respect to all cultures. I just feel like, why not include them in the decision making?
Yeah.
You're saying it's offensive and racist and all, but do they feel that way?
Which is funny.
Because you have a list of numerous tribes supporting these colleges saying no. Mm-hmm. No, there's a sense of pride that our name is at the lead of these institutions.
Yeah.
It's
just like the Hawaii the Warriors. They're not going to change their name. That's them.
So, I mean, again,
but like you said with the Yankees, I never even thought of that. The Yankee is actually a derogatory term that was used back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because it's the New York Yankees, they'll probably never have an issue.
Well, and I think it applies to like New Englanders anyway. It's not even.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
was
it a South-North thing during the battle
in
or
the
something?
Civil War? Yeah.
The Yankees?
Yeah.
An old Yankee. Trying to remember the movie Sweet Home Alabama.
So you dictate like history facts to movies?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Who wouldn't want to put this out there? Huh? This is, #1 podcast named HIT.OR.DIE. It's a debate that could go on for hours and days and weeks, and we'll be having, and people are going to say their comments. I just, again, I don't want to talk about so much, whether it should be Indians or shouldn't be. It's that.
Go talk to the people.
Guardian sucks. And the logo sucks. Like, the only one I liked was the one that said Cleveland on it. You know what I mean? I didn't like the Guardians because it looked like the Indians, just a different name.
Or the G with the bat or the ball in the middle with the
like somebody
the wings.
said that the G looked like what it looks like when you're taking a shit, like when somebody's going to the bathroom, like sitting on a toilet.
Oh, like a poop emoji?
Yeah. Or I don't know. No, it looked like you're the way you would sit on a toilet. I don't know. I saw that on
It looks
Instagram.
like Thor's helmet or something. It's just weird.
It kind of does. You're right. Yeah.
Just
I wasn't into it. Want to get into the Dodgers Giants ending because again we've knocked Dodger fans in the past, or not knocked. We've been critical. Let's say that.
I love Dodger fans.
We've been critical of Dodger fans, especially in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
They're up 3-1, I believe, late last night. Buehler gets into the 8th.
Bueller.
Walks leadoff walk, I think. And Roberts pulls him out. I didn't see the end of the game. I just saw the tweets later in the evening about. I saw the final score. We were watching a show, and when I turned off the show we were watching, I saw the final 5-3, and I started laughing. I'm like, oh man, the Giants came back and won. It was 3-1 in the 8th. You know, I thought, oh, this thing's over. And turns out they rally back, but there was a big pitch, 3-2, bases loaded. Kenley Jansen walks in the tying run.
Why'd you put it in quotes? It was a walk. It's officially
The
in
umpire,
the book.
yes, the umpire said it was the hitter check swings or didn't check swing. Sorry, didn't check swing. Called ball 4, ruled ball 4, ties the game.
Well, they even checked it.
They
right?
checked it to the first base umpire. He calls it safe. Roberts loses his shit, gets tossed immediately. I saw Muncy going at crazy. Even Kenley was pissed, which I get.
Well, he just gave up a homer the night before. 2 nights before.
And he's booed off. I think he was even booed coming in. So, one, it was a bad call.
Yes.
The umpire missed it. But he also missed a ball call in that at bat that would have ended up being a walk anyways that he called a strike. So I also saw people defending it as a makeup call. I don't think that's what it was. I just think
Well, it wasn't on the umpire. It was on
not
the
a
first
home
base
plate umpire. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't work.
Like if the home plate umpire called it, because if you call it, you can't check it.
No,
because he called
it's
it.
over. It's done.
But if he didn't call it and he checks it, it actually makes the first base umpire look worse.
And so when he checked it, umpire ruled no check swing, ball 4. Everybody loses their mind. Game's still not over.
Mm-hmm.
End up getting a base hit that scores 2, I think, in extras or something like that. I don't know actually how exactly the game went. But the Dodgers ultimately lose. And so then I see people pissed at Jansen, which, why were the bases loaded? And when did he come in? I don't know. I'd have to look. But I'm just saying, like, he was in a bases loaded spot, 3-2. Like, who's that fault on? And then it was in Roberts' decision making again. Poor decisions. And then the umpire. And it was super confusing.
So whose fault is it?
I don't know. The Giants, because they came back and won?
Blame it on them. Blame everything else. I don't know, man. I don't know. This has been the worst fucking baseball that I've ever seen. Ever. Like, these are big leaguers. And I know they didn't make the call on that pitch, but it's just been bad baseball to watch. But it's like, bad calls happen all the time.
Yes.
Every game there's a bad call that should have been turned or whatever. There's never been a perfect umpiring situation. Did he miss the call? Yes. Oh, well. I mean,
like from the camera angle behind the mound,
it was bad.
I didn't, but I mean, like, you can't really. That's why I hate in high school when they check to the umpire behind the mound.
No, yeah.
Like, if you ever call it a strike from behind the mound in high school as an umpire, you need to be fired because you don't know.
Well, unless you see the guy.
The home plate umpire is closer to that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be behind the mound in high. I'm talking about high school now. You can't be calling check swing strikes from behind.
Well, these high school umpires are.
I'm just saying that shouldn't even be allowed.
to be umpiring.
You shouldn't allow to check that. You shouldn't even be allowed to check that.
Yeah.
Don't check. No. You should always, and if you do, it better be a no swing. Or I'm going to tell you to get your hands out of your pockets. Because you're a moron. You know that guy umpired our
I was there.
state playoff game?
I didn't know that was the guy because he did our JUCO games, and I thought he was really good.
Yeah, well.
We were arguing back and forth. I was like, there's no way that's the guy. There's no way that's the guy.
I zipped it up for that game. Didn't say a word. I just was confused from Dodger fans. Like,
yeah. They're always looking to blame somebody.
Let's pick one.
You know.
And usually they're also because they're the only ones that respond to when we do this.
Well, you know what's funny is
Giants fans don't respond when we do it.
No. What's funny is that, you know, when Evan Gaddis came out talking about the Dodger fans need to shut their mouths or, you know, we'll start talking about what they do. Nobody came out and said anything from the Dodgers like, no, what'd they do? No, they shut their mouths and stopped saying shit.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Well, and that story died. I don't know if you noticed that. Like, it got brought up. It made the news. I read about it, and I heard his interview. But nope, it didn't go in. There was no movement beyond that.
Because it's the Dodgers.
It, like, got shut down.
It's the Dodgers. Dodgers, Red Sox, Yankees are untouchable.
Again, just confused. And you can blame it on all three if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Still lost.
I mean, Roberts, I don't
Still
listen.
3 back.
Because some people, Bueller should have kept going. I'm like, what? They pay these guys to come in and do a job. Yeah, Bueller was nasty. He was good last night. From what I watched. Mm-hmm. Jansen, you're like, if you can't get 4 outs, like, how's that Roberts' fault? Like, I'm not. Yes, has he made some bonehead moves? I thought, of course, I believe that.
Who doesn't?
But like last night, I mean, he asked his players to do what they're supposed to do, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah.
Stop pinning it on him. These are grown men. These are the best in the world to play the game, and they didn't get it done. Leave it at that. Umpire made a shitty call, and they didn't get it done. Mm. I don't see how that affects. And then Roberts goes and gets tossed for it. You know what I mean? He's the fall guy.
I agree with you. It's very rare that we agree totally on everything, but I'm speechless.
Well, you're in a good mood today, like you said. You're in a good mood today.
I don't need to argue that. Dodgers suck, right? That's what you said?
Did not say that.
Just kidding. Out there, you're still 3 back. I don't like the Giants either, though. So
do you have a team, though? Like,
no, especially not anymore.
Do you know who won the NBA Finals? Seriously, do you know?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Just because it's all over social media now. But I honestly didn't even know they were in the playoffs like a week ago.
Do you know who they beat?
I do.
Okay. Wow. I'm a little surprised.
It's just because everything's been going on this last. That's all over. When somebody wins something, it's all over. So I see it.
Okay.
I mean, me and Giannis, we talk, once a week. So
just checking. I just want to make sure you're up to date on the basketball news in the.
I'm just glad it's over.
Hey, it was a hell of a year.
Sure.
Hell of a season. Hell of a season. Go. Well, the local.
Hell of a ratings drop.
Yeah, but Lopez, was it Brooke Lopez?
Brooke Lopez
got a ring. Getting a ring out of it.
Got a ring.
Congrats. So there is some good news within there.
Memorial grad.
Hey, local guy, man. Love that. We want to see that. It's all good stuff.
Stanford Cardinal.
So, yeah. Basketball's over, though.
Thank God.
And then, you have the Olympics, I guess.
You have the Space Jam. You can go watch Space Jam, even though it sucked.
I still haven't watched it, so. Not on that train.
It was bad.
So, my friend, I'm glad you're in a good mood today.
Me too.
And if you have any comments about that, again, go to Twitter.
About me being in a good mood?
All of it. Us hating each other. That might surprise some people. Maybe.
But then they'll be like, oh, it's Chad. He hates everybody. So, I mean.
Oh, my gosh.
We didn't even get to some of the slapdick stuff off the SenCal preps and stuff.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what it was now that I bring it up.
It was the launch angle stuff.
Oh, nah, I'm over that.
None of it was important.
All they're just trolls on there trolling.
Yeah, whoever that ball guy is right. It's trolls.
Yeah.
And we can expose Governor.
Do we know who he is?
I know who it is.
You know who Governor is?
I know who Governor is.
I know who Old Man Scout is. I think everybody knows who Old Man Scout is.
Yeah.
He doesn't really.
I know a handful of people on there, but yeah,
I don't know if Old Man Scout knows that everybody knows who he is, because the way he talks on there is like.
I know who
like
Governor. I know I got some inside intel on Governor. So I can tell you that Governor doesn't have a kid.
Come on, Law.
And he didn't go to Jameson Smith. But yeah, it's trolls. It would be nice to have some good conversation on there. But literally, it's been dead.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 seasons. Well, last season, we didn't really have a season. So.
But now we're in the baseball season, the Olympics. I love the Olympics. They need to be on more channels. I can't wait to watch golf, baseball. You know what sucks about the Olympics for softball? Did you see they're playing on the baseball field and they don't have any dugouts?
Yeah, there's no dugout.
What is that? It didn't even look like they had chairs.
They had like pop-up tents.
It
looked like the All-Star Celebrity Softball game.
It did. No,
That's
you're
what it
right.
was. Yeah,
right.
that's what
ridiculous.
Yeah, we need to
You
clean
can't
it
even
up.
get people
Clean it
chairs and stuff to sit in or an overhang. Like, whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm ready for the gymnastics. I always watch the gymnastics.
Do you like this? What are your favorite events?
I like watching all the gymnastics.
What about like swimming? You like the swimming stuff?
I do like the swimming
or like
stuff.
diving?
Diving's cool. Obviously, I'll tune into the baseball a little bit. Golf, I like that golf's there now. Golf is an Olympic sport. I like doing that or watching that.
Did I see? I know we talked about it, but did I see skateboarding? Did I see that?
Might as well.
I
think there is. Yeah,
I could be
skateboarding. Yeah, I don't know. It's all. I'm not gonna watch basketball.
What about like the track and field events, or is it just like the 100 meters or the 200? Or
Don't even care.
No, none of it.
Yeah, you're good at exercising, right?
You're trying to be the best at exercising. Yeah, I like the swimming stuff. Gymnastics is cool. I definitely watched the baseball and golf this time around. But
yeah, there's not much else.
They don't. Do they do like?
Do they do archery and stuff? Some of that stuff's kind of cool to watch.
I like watching that
because like in the winter one, I like doing the.
They do like the
long distance archery at the. It's a cross country archery with the cross country skiing.
Yeah, and then they have to shoot.
Yeah, I like watching that.
You don't know what that one's called?
Cross country shoot. I don't know.
Cross country.
It's cross country skiing, but maybe it's skeet shoot. I don't know. Ski shoot.
I don't know.
But I like watching those weird kind of sports stuff, you know, that like you
the
never
Ocho
really see.
sports?
Like I'll even watch ping pong, you know. Ping pong would be cool to watch. You get, you know,
darts.
You get the good countries on there that like they're
Have you seen
40
darts
feet away?
Like darts in like other countries? How big darts is?
No, I'm sure it's big though.
We got some more stuff lined up in the next couple weeks. We'll have maybe try to get a couple minor leaguers on. One for sure we're going to get in the next week or so. Some more people coming in August. Just make sure you stay with the podcast. Again, go to Spotify, hit follow, as well as iTunes, Spreaker to listen. And then here on YouTube, hit the subscribe button for us. We really appreciate it. And we are still working on a store. Some new stuff we're going to put out, some shirts and some hats, some new logos. So be on the lookout for that. And then go follow on Twitter at HIT.OR.DIE Podcast and at HIT.OR.DIE on Instagram. Always a pleasure, Chad.
Always.
That is episode 120.
120.
120. HIT.OR.DIE Podcast.
Hit or die.